Good morning. I hope you can hear me. I've got my waterproof case on. If not, I will voice over this later. I am getting ready to hopefully get off the ship at a good time. My dive meetup is at 9 a.m. This is day 4, Grand Cayman. I'm so excited. Let's get right into it. So, on the morning of our Grand Cayman stop, they had all of the most adorable towel animals all around the pool deck, and I just had to show you. They were so stinking cute, and this one, I wanted to take that one home. Just loved it. And then going back towards the front, there were even more adorable towel animals. It brought me so much joy to see these guys on my way out. Too stinking cute. You can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. We're on the way to the dive center. Woohoo! So this is what the outside of the dive center that I used looked like. The name that you can find this dive center under is just Dive Cayman. And here we go around the ship out to the dive sites. I can't wait. Alright, we are at our first dive site. This had to be one of the highlights of this trip, was getting to swim through this natural coral little cave thing here. Oh, I was just in heaven. It was phenomenal. Like, I know you see it here, but it's just not the same unless you're actually doing it. And it was just amazing. And the GoPro, while it has some pretty good color in this footage, it doesn't do it justice for what you actually see in person. The colors were so vibrant, the water was very clear, and the light coming through was just stunning, and I could not get over how beautiful and large and detailed this reef really was. Here the dive master is trying to point out a lobster that is hiding. I'm going to zoom in, but you really can't see him with the footage, but he is in that hole. Right there where he's pointing that stick, there is a lobster hiding back there. So as you can see, like in a lot of these shots, like all of the nooks and crannies and just the fish, like not even just the big fish, but the little fish, and all of the grasses and corals and nooks and crannies. Just amazing. Alright, so you should hear some beeping going on. That is my dive computer letting me know that I have reached my set limit of 95 feet. And here is our turtle that the dive master pointed out. Isn't he or she just beautiful? I wanted to follow that turtle, but that was not part of the dive plan, and that can get you into trouble following the wildlife. I was really just blown away at all the beautiful fish. There weren't that many large ones on this reef, but there were definitely a few, as you can see. But some of my favorite are the little bitty ones that aren't really showing up in this footage, but they're all over the place and just as beautiful as the big ones. Look at the rolling hill kind of scape down here. It's just breathtaking. Okay, now this guy here, according to the dive master, he likes to hang around divers to see if you have caught any fish doing spearfishing because he wants to eat them off of your catch. I can't remember what he said the name of that fish is. If you know, drop a comment below. This was super cool. It was yet another like canyon crevice here in the water. Like, oh, this reef really is the most beautiful reef I've ever seen. Alright, here we have this really cool cave, and if you look, there's a pretty big fish hiding back up in there, and he does swim out and by me. He doesn't look as big in the footage, but I promise you he is bigger in real life. And here's our, do you have any fish for me fish again. It was funny how attentive they were to check us out while we were down there. So funny. This fish here was so pretty. Like, you can see the pretty colors here in this footage, but he was even prettier up in person. I don't know what kind of fish he was. If you know, leave me a comment below. He was gorgeous. I was fascinated. All right, so here we have begun dive 2. And this is the dive at Bonnie's Arch. Hey, guys. So there is Bonnie's Arch. We came over here because one of the dive members on the team today wanted to come and see a memorial that was put in this location for a fallen officer that he was good friends with and worked with. So we got to see that as well. I'll point that out here in just a moment. But this arch here is super duper cool. Like, it's just amazing how things form under the water and just grow and are magnificent and beautiful. So there where he's shining his light, there is a plaque there that is the memorial plaque for that officer. And I did not know this, but it is very common for there to be memorials in certain dive locations, be it favorite dive sites of people that have passed. It's a pretty neat idea. So this is kind of underneath the arch here. It was so pretty. Like, I'm not doing it very good justice, and I apologize. This is my first time scuba diving with the GoPro. I've learned a lot on this trip, and so I will take that knowledge going forward for my future dives and trying to record. So hopefully the footage on my next set of dives will be a little better. Not that this was terrible footage, but it was a little bit jerky and not as smooth as I think I could get it. These, I don't know what they're called. I call them pots. They are so stinking cool. Like, they're just like it's just like strange to me, the things that are in the ocean and grow. And this was a cool fish. I like how fish will like stop and look at you, and you can tell like when they're totally checking you out just as much as you are checking them out. Now this cave has a fish in it as well, and I do catch the footage of him coming out, and he also is bigger than the footage shows. But this it's a shallow cave, but it was really neat just the same. A natural coral reef cave. I had not seen one before. I'm sure to any regular divers, it's like, oh, those are a dime a dozen, maybe. I don't know. But there's that fish. Had to watch him. He was cool. You can see here, he's going to swim right up beside me. And there he goes. I was just totally fascinated. It was like, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Like, that's my brain. This caught my eye, and I'm so glad that I swam up to it and got a closer look, because look what I found hiding. Look at this beautiful fish. Oh, the treasures we find when we take a closer look. And here is another gorge, canyon. I don't know what they call them underwater. If you know, drop me a comment down below. I'm sure there's like a technical term for the underwater versions of what we have on land. I did not swim through this one. This one looked a little more narrow than I was comfortable with, so I kind of swam up and around it a little bit, trying to get some footage. It was so pretty though, and again, all the sea life that is just swimming around, and y'all don't even see everything that I was seeing. It was a lot to take in. I hope you're getting some enjoyment out of some of this footage that I took. I really enjoyed this dive. Both dives were incredible. I highly recommend that dive shop, Just Dive Cayman. They were excellent. Mike is one of the owners. He is just fabulous. So much fun, so witty, so funny. Took really good care of me and everybody else that was on the boat that day. Look, here's another one of those pot things with all these little yellow fish. Oh, they were just so pretty. So that wraps up this dive trip here in Grand Cayman Islands. It was an absolute joy. Headed back to the ship for some evening entertainment. All right, so I am back on the ship. Had a magnificent day in Grand Cayman. I am ready for Elegant Night number 2. And we are actually eating at the Gigi Kitchen tonight for dinner. So hopefully I can bring y'all along for that and you can enjoy it with us. All right, fun fact, Gigi means lucky, lucky. This was the chef's given special entree that they give to everybody. You don't have to order it. This was pork belly. This was the duck. I can't remember exactly what this was. I think it was like some type of spicy chicken and noodles. And this was some kind of beef something. And then the chimichurri dessert. All right, so we are calling it a night. Had a great day at Grand Cayman. Our specialty dining was excellent. Like, for that $18 a person, you can't go wrong. Everything we had was really good. The service was excellent. The venue was nice. So I highly recommend that. We enjoyed the show we watched. It was a pretty good show. Way better than the last set of shows I saw on Carnival. So pretty happy overall with the day and how it went. Tomorrow is Cozumel. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't, like and subscribe. And until the next time, guys, shake a tail feather.